my name's Jamie Wild and today we're at Messingham Sands on the Trip Pond and we're going to do some close-in fishing for some big carp hopefully. Today's tactics will be paste downsides over a bit of ground bait and pellets, fishery pellets only, and I'm going to fish corn and pellets at 4 metres. For my ground bait today I'm going to use marine halibut, dynamite baits. I think it's an heavy mix which goes straight to the bottom. I think it causes a lot less liners, plenty of particles in it. And for my paste I'm just going to use ordinary green swim stim, which is a nice ground bait which breaks down steady. It makes superb paste. Right, how I mix this is just pure and simple really. 2 bags will do your match. Into your bucket, there's no need to riddle. 2 pints of water, get your hands in, mix it up so it's really wet. That'll be dry by the time I've tattled up and plumbed up. That'll be perfect to use. There's no need to riddle, just straight through your hands like that, and that's it, job done. For my paste, as I said, green swim stim, 1.5 pints of water, and basically half a bag. Just mix it up like that. You want to over wet it so it's like soup, and then it'll stiffen up as session goes on, and in no time that'll just be a normal paste. Just get your hands in, bit of a fiddly job, but once it's done, it's done. As I say, it's a paste, you're not riddling it, and it's just as simple and easy as that to mix. Right, leave that to one side. As I say, it's fishery pellets only here, so for feed, 4 mils, 2 pints. Get your water, cover them straight over. For every mil of your pellets, 2 mil, 2 minutes, 4 mil, 4 minutes. So we'll leave them for 4 minutes and they'll be bang on. I'm going to also be feeding some micros. Same again, just into the water. 2 pints, plenty of bait there. Cover them up, 2 mils, 2 minutes. That's it, job done. I've got some fishery hookers which you've got to use here. They're a 6 mil soft pellet just as an alternative bait, and sweet corn, and that's it. I've kept it nice and simple today. 2 rigs. First of all, this is my margin rig. It's we've got a brown hydro to a gas Malman snake 4 in a 4x12, 022 straight through to a size 12 mustard power carp. Choice of float is simple. You need a float that's indestructible. You're going to be catching a lot of fish, big fish that's going to be going through reeds, and there's only one float choice for me personally to use, which I know that float will last me all day going through reeds like this. And that's a gas Malman snake 4. Right, for my other rig, this is my rig in front. It's a power pencil big fish, also a gas Malman. This is in a 0.4, same again, another indestructible float with a nice visible bristle that can hold a decent bait. That's red hydro through to an 018, bulk of 5 number 8s, 2 number 10 droppers, and a size 14 tubatini number 2. First things first, I'm going to go on my top 4 line, keep feeding my margin line. I'm going to fish a soft pellet, just keep feeding 4s. Put 3 balls of ground bait in, marine. That'll have broke up nicely. I can see it starting to have a little fizz. So we'll have a go and see what happens. ain't had no signs on this line as yet. Odd little minor dips, but I've seen a few fish in my margin swim, so let's have a go, see what happens. Been fishing down this side into these reeds. I've had probably 15 to 20 carp from 8 ounce to 9 pound. Been feeding just down here in some really shallow water, 6 inch maybe, just throwing a few pellets in, bit of ground bait, and I've just seen a few tails start coming up and a few fish moving about, so let's see if we can catch one. Well, we've just finished and it's been a cracking day. Probably had between 120 to 150 pound. Set off on my top 4 rig in 4.5 foot of water. Couple of carp, but they seem like they wanted to be in that shallow water. Gone down in these reeds here, fishing pace, and I've had one most droppings from probably £1.5 to £8. Been feeding this side here. That side's a foot, 1.5 foot. This side's 6 to 8 inch deep. I fished back on myself here. I've been throwing pellets in and kept putting some ground bait in, and eventually it's just been solid with them, and I've had one every dropping down there. Probably had £90 in there in the last hour and a half. Fished for 3 hours, been a cracking session, and I hope you've enjoyed it. Thank you.